Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Students, I am Sheher Banu Ali from Home Economics College, and today I will present you a lecture on family life cycle, which is a part of the course code 414 named Home Management and Housing 1. This is specifically made for students of BS Home Economics, 3rd semester. Okay, let's start. Our topic today is family life cycle. So first, what we are going to do is we are going to break this term family life cycle, and we will learn first what is family, then what is life cycle, and then we will combine it again in order to learn what is actually family life cycle. Family, there is a definition which I have given. Family comes from a Latin word familia, which means household. In legal contexts, family denotes individual related by blood, marriage, or adoption. It is the basic social unit consisting of parents and their children considered as group whether they are dwelling together or not. Okay, here when I say whether they are dwelling here together or not means, for example, uh, you all have families. We have parents, we have grandparents, we have cousins, we have aunts, we have uncles, we have siblings, but in we don't all dwell in the same household. We don't live in under the same roof. It's not necessary to have uh, you know all your family under one roof. No matter how far or how close we live, we still be a family if we are related by blood, marriage, or adoption. Then comes life cycle. Life cycle means a series of stages through which something, such as an individual, a culture, or a manufactured product, passes during its lifetime. And when I say lifetime, it means until its death. Okay. When I say life cycle, you may all have been acquainted with this term. We have studied life cycle of a plant, life cycle of a insect, life cycle of a frog, life cycle of a butterfly. We have learned so many kind of life cycles earlier when we have studied science. Similarly, when we are studying social science, we have to study family life cycle. So this means that when a family, not just an individual, but a family goes through various stages of life, that combinedly called as family life cycle. Okay, I have also given here a definition of a household. It is a social unit composed of those living together in the same dwelling under the same roof and compose a family. That is I've used because I've used the term household in the definition of a family. Okay, moving forward.
Okay, so now we'll talk a little about families here again. Our first relationship, our first group, our first experiences in the world, they all begin within our families. We develop, grow, and die in the context of our families. This means that the first thing when a person borns, what he or she sees, he sees his family, his parents, and he or she grows in the context of their families and eventually die in the same context too. The individual life cycle takes shape as it moves and evolves within the matrix of the family life cycle. It means that the individual living in a family evolve and grow within those values incorporated in him, given to him through his family, through his family. Okay, so the last and most important thing is that not everyone passes through the stages of family life cycle smoothly. Now, what do we mean by smoothly? Okay, when we talk that why not everyone passes through these stages smoothly is because of the challenges and the situations that came across. There can be various forms of situations and challenges uh, through which every family is not compatible enough or not strong enough to clear its that smoothly. There will be rough patches, there will be disagreements, there will be conflicts, which will eventually obviously help an individual to grow, but also help the family to nourish and to evolve intellectually, emotionally, and thus they will learn certain uh, you can say certain things that will help them to move in the when they will move in the later stage of family life. Okay, so which kind of situations can there be? It can be of severe illness, you know. When we get old, we get certain diseases which of we not know of. Then there will be financial problems, causing that can be caused maybe because of those that severe illnesses that we have. Then there are also certain pressures on us, financial pressures, maybe because of the unavailability of funds. uh, a person may lose job, or they have been in debt and couldn't come up with that amount of money that is required to run the household. And also sometimes uh, we can say bitter relationships among spouses may also be that situation that can break the house and put a family life cycle stage in a rough patch. And specifically, if you lose a loved one, this will also change the situation. And and this will also come as a challenge to, to come up again with new spirits, new goals in life, to move on. Okay, fortunately, if you miss certain skills in one stage, you can learn them in a later stage. And mastering these skills and milestones of each stage will allow you to help moving forward in the next stage, in the later stage. Okay, here you can have see the definition of family life cycle. It has been taken from the book by Betty B. Swanson. It's called Introduction to Home Management. Okay, here we have the complete definition. It is the emotional and intellectual stages you passes through from childhood to your retirement years as a member of a family. They are called family life cycle. Okay, here you can see a picture of a child turning into an infant, then into a toddler, then into a child, you can say a mid-age child, then a teenager, then an adult, and later in an elderly person. Okay, this picture depicts how a person changes. What is a actual life cycle take? How it takes place? We are vulnerable in the beginning, and now we are vulnerable in the end too. Same happens in the family life cycle. We evolve the same way. Okay, there are three stages of family life cycle: beginning stage, expanding stage, and contracting stage. The beginning stage has two sub stages: independence and marriage, and the expanding stage also has two sub stages, that is parenting and empty nest. The contracting stage is only one sub stage. It has retirement and senior years. Okay, how will we know that one stage ends and the other begins? We can only know this when a certain event, or certain characteristic happens in that stage. For example, birth of a child donates the termination of the first stage and the beginning of the other stage, that is expanding stage. Okay, let's see the family life cycle stages. Here is the couple. They get married. They have a child, which depicts that there is a change in the stage of the life cycle. The family expands. Then the same child uh, is now an independent. He has been graduated, has completed a certain professional qualification. Now it's time for him to leave the shelter sphere, and the parents time to say him goodbye and start their later life of retirement. The beginning stage. Okay, this beginning stage starts okay, it has, we have already discussed that it has two sub stages: independence and coupling or marriage. Okay, uh, although the family starts and begins from the marriage, but prior to that, there is also a period in where an individual search for its individuality, search for what he wants to be in life, search for the options he have. This period in the family life cycle is continued until the birth of the first child. Okay, some refer this stage as the family stage of family development, and it can be known as the period of searching, period of establishment, period of getting acquainted, period of adjusting, and the most important, it is the foundation stage. Okay, now let's start why we call it as a period of adjusting. A person has to make many adjustments, because when he get out of his shelter sphere, he is young, he is enthusiastic, he will go into a certain career path, he will choose a certain career path, he will get acquainted with people. Now the main thing is he have to adjust to certain patterns, the norms of the society, which people have expectations towards, and also expectations and adjustments from parents, adjustment in the form of finding new partner, getting acquainted with them, forming a strong relationship with them in order to continue marriage, and working on their marriage. It is the period of establishment. How when they find themselves in a certain situation, they have to search for all kind of solutions all by themselves. They have to establish new things, new, you can say, problem solving skills. They have to develop certain skills at this stage. Okay, this stage will influence the way of living and the manner in which they will use their resources of time, material goods, skills, energy, and income through the married life. Okay, when a person get married, the role changes, responsibility comes in, and now he have to provide a secure and financial future for its family. He has to provide the basic needs. He has to provide certain material goods to run the household, for which he has to, work. He has to put on all his energy, his skills. He has to give time to both his family and his work. He has to make certain decisions regarding his income. He has to make certain budgets for his household, how he will run the household, how he will do the savings. These are the major things that he will learn in this first stage. That is why it is called the period of establishment, because here he will establish certain responsibilities, roles. He will divide among him or her spouse, who will do which work, when will we do this, how much cost will it take, how much cost the baby will take, how much the amount of budget will be taken to take care of the necessities of the child. So these are the main things that are very important and needs to be established at this stage. Okay, let's talk a little about independent stage here, which is the sub stage of the beginning stage. Here we learn to see ourselves as a separate person, separate from our parents, separate from our sibling, and we develop our own identity here. The most important qualities that we develop is trust, morals, initiative in taking certain decisions, work ethics, and most importantly, the identity of what we want to be seen as, and how we want to present ourselves. This is the most important stages, most important qualities, in fact, that one will learn in this stage. Okay. Okay, when am I as an independent person, after completing a certain degree or a certain professional qualification, what do? I will find for suitable career paths which will help me to gain a certain professional work, a certain job through which I can earn money and provide for my family. Then in that certain circle, I will definitely need to lead, take initiatives, take certain decisions, and always wanted to excel. And after and this stage, I will always have a certain goal to move to the next stage of my career path in order to attain uh, more, you can say, monetary funds. Okay, and then comes the second substage of the beginning stage. This is marriage or coupling. What do we do here? Okay, as we have learned that each individual is searching for his identity as an individual within the family and in the family unit. In a sense, this stage of family cycle life cycle is the period of time in which married partners are becoming knowledgeable about each other. They have to gain certain knowledge about each other, their likes and dislikes, their certain qualities. There, that is a must. So that only then you can, uh, find compatibility with your partner. Okay, so some of the areas which are of adjustments, where adjustments need to be made, are regarding finances, because now you are not a single person, you have a family to feed, you have a wife to of which whom's necessities and needs to be met, and a certain change in lifestyle will definitely take place. Your recreational activities may not be the same. You may not give the same time to your hobbies as you were giving when you were just a single person. You will have to put your spouse needs before your own at this stage. Okay, now as a couple, you will also learn certain skills that will help you in the later family life cycle stage, when you will have role as parents. Here, what will you learn? The most important thing, and in my opinion, the key of all, of acing all the challenges in even in the later stages, is the effective communication skills. One must learn how to communicate effectively regarding all kind of household issues, problems, even regarding your work issues. If you have good communication skills, you can convince people, you can have an easy way in solving certain conflicts. The other thing is, you will also develop problem solving skills and good decision making skills. uh, you will also develop certain common spiritual and emotional development goals here. For example, spiritual common spiritual goal can be uh, visit the house of God in the form of Hajj or Umrah. And you will also have certain other goals, to have a roof of your own, to have your own kids, have your own family. Okay, how we form certain boundaries in a relationship? Boundaries, when I say, is when both the spouses have to respect each other. They have to give certain respect, putting their egos aside, have to share a certain bond that will help them in the later stage too. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Here we can see there's a little couple. Okay, this is just an illustration for the coupling stage, coupling or marriage stage. The couple is there's a couple whom they meet, they find their partners eligible for marriage, and they find them to be uh, connectable. Then they get married, and after getting married, they, you know, transition themselves into new families. Both the uh, husband and the wife, they both will have to transition themselves, they have to adjust to the new families. In this case, I will take an example of the females specifically. When they move to their husband's house, they are two kind of families that run, the family system and the joint family system. So there will be definitely differences and different kind of challenges that and different kind of adjustments that she needs to make according to that family system, whether she's living with her husband alone in a certain house, or whether she's living in a joint family system with many people in the house. So this is the area of establishing certain limits, and also establishing yourself here as a new person in the family. Okay, what are the challenges? The most common challenges are the family system that I've already discussed here. Then, including your spouse and partner relationships with your friends and family members. Okay, your priority will not be your friends as they were earlier, because now your spouse has taken the place. The priorities have definitely changed. Similarly, when you will have a child, your priorities will also change. So you have to be very committed towards making your marriage work, and this responsibility lies on both the genders. Okay. Okay, when we have certain kind of things that we have a child in a family, or we move into a new house, certain things don't work as we thought. So we all need to keep that spark in our marriage, and we should always expect what we should always do certain things which we expect from our partners to keep the relationship strong. It can be a simple dinner, uh, set of flowers. Women like them, they like to be appreciated. You can also go shopping with your partner, can learn about your grocery, your household budgets, what are your basic needs, what are the requirements. Then you can also spend certain time, quality time, a nature walk, anything. You can travel, you must travel if you can. Surprise your spouse with a gift. uh, get close to nature through gardening, or maybe just play a certain board game which you like. You will definitely share certain laughs and a happy time, a happy moment with your family in this regard. Okay, now we will come to the second stage. This stage is called the expanding stage. It is the second stage of the family life cycle and begins with the birth of the first child, and terminates when the same child permanently leaves your shelter sphere. Okay, there was a married couple, they got expected, now they have a child. The child will grow up, and this will be the most tiring stage and the most challenging one too, because here the family will expand, and that too comes with some financial responsibilities of the first child, who will have to select a certain career path. Okay, parenting is one of the most challenging phases of the family life cycle. It is also the most busiest part of the family life cycle, because we are too much overwhelmed with the children at this stage, that we often forget about certain things that are related to our own well-being. So keeping the balance between the needs of your children and your own is also a very important task in this stage. Okay, the birth of the child has a dramatic impact upon the managerial procedures, regarding the chores of the house, the budget will, the funds, the demands of the family changes, uh, your time specifically. You will have sleepless nights, of which you have not being able, you were not prepared for. Also, when you have a second child in the family, you have to make certain adjustment with the first child. it is a whole a lot of an overwhelmed experience. And in this stage, parents get extremely tired and worn out. Okay, what happens to mothers? Young mothers have been reported not only personal but also managerial problems originating from this event of birth. We all have learned about, postpartum depressions, which mothers goes through because of the sleepless nights and their physical appearances changes. They get, tired, and other managerial problems also take place. Groceries have to be done by her, cooking has to be done by her. She can have certain help at this moment, but that would also be temporary maybe or permanent, but obviously temporary in the regard because children are only children once, and we need to take this responsibility very carefully, and we have to take care of the children and of the house. So a little, appreciation from the male side to his, spouse will definitely uh, be very encouraging. So what do we learn here? Fathers also face certain problems regarding, household routines. They may not get the food in time because the mother couldn't make it, as she was preoccupied with children, or the male counterpart could not even get time to talk to his wife in certain situations because of the children, because of the presence of the children, and we cannot talk certain things in front of the children. So there will be different adjustments that needs to be made. Okay, now parents during this stage experience a lot of pressure from relatives, neighbors, societal expectations. We have whether we are nursing our child well, we are providing them well, whether we are, giving them better set of values, or we are putting them in good schools, and that pressure, from the society often, transfer to our child too in such cases. Also our expectations from what our child will become, or whether or he or she will excel or not. There will be definitely even, conflicts among the values that we are inserting in our child from both genders. Okay, our ability to communicate well, maintain our relationships, and solve problems is often tested during this stage of expanding. Why? Because as I have already discussed, that children take a lot of your time, and when they take a lot of your time, there is very less time left for the parents to discuss things as they would discuss things earlier when they were just spouses and not parents. So during these stages, uh, the earlier skills that you have learned, such as commitment and compromise, will come into action. If you have developed them well, you can excel and ace this stage very easily. But if you haven't, you may be, on the verge of breaking a home or on the verge of a divorce, and this will definitely have an impact on your children and their uh, future. If you quarrel in front of them, they will quarrel with others, because they will develop it as a new quality, they will develop it as a habit. But also in the same time, they will also get depressed. And if you keep yourself busy and will not give a certain amount of time to your child in this stage, then they and give them gadgets, and they will, be dependent upon the gadgets and not on you. They will rely on the gadgets and not you. They will have problems. They will not come to you if you haven't put certain amount of time and energy on them in this stage. See, there are major changes in the roles when you become a parent. You have a certain responsibility here. So your child's healthy development entirely depends on your ability to provide them a safe, a loving, an organized environment, a healthy environment, so that they get benefit from it and become good good children, good. So, in order to, uh, make your children good individuals, you need to put time and effort. Parents need to indulge in various activities with their children to make their bonds more stronger. It can be, by just celebrating a birthday, or having a little gardening activity, playing certain games with them, or reading them a book. These all things will help them, or even uh, going in a certain vacation with them, or a picnic. It can be anything, but when you put time and effort, that would definitely have its results. Okay, the now the first stage, parenting. Let's talk about that. uh, Parenting teenagers is entirely different than parenting young children. Young children listen, and we have to listen to the teenagers. We can't tell them everything, as we used to do when they were young, because now they have their mind of their own, they have thoughts of their own, and now they have peers which are not their siblings. They are getting their values from other sources, like school, like mosque, like neighborhood. Now your home is not just the epicenter of values, it has expanded. So we can say that parenting teenagers can be a rough time for parents. Families that function best during this period have flexible, strong relationship, and they develop, good communication with their children. They will understand how to solve problem. They know how to solve conflicts through mutual caring, support, and trust. Trusting your children is very important, because if you become helicopter parents and follow your child every move, you will not be able to give them a good environment. Okay, so teens in this stage goes through a lot of changes. There are hormonal changes, they go through their physical changes, they go through, which causes a lot of stress. There will also be, difference of beliefs that will form, and which will definitely cause certain kind of conflict within the family. There could be different kind of styles that they don't want to share with you, or of which you don't count for. But one has to adjust to all these things, because teenagers are going through the stage which we call a stage of stress and storm. It's a specific kind of you know uh, thing through which they goes through during adulting. This is part of adulting. Okay, so what is the duty of the parents should here be? They should strive for a balanced atmosphere in which the teenager can, sense a sense of support and emotional safety, trust. Okay, and this can only be shown through our behaviors. Definitely, there needs to be things that have certain limitations, and disciplines needs to be there, respects needs to be there. But along the same way, you can be your child's friend too. You can help them grow uh, in, with their demands. You can also, make adjustments with their demands. You can make things work if you just put certain amount of time with your child. Don't expect them to, to rush into things, or do things the same with the same pace that you have did when you were a child, because times have changed, and things have changed, and we can not compare ourselves with our children in any way. So we have to understand them, share certain experiences with them, tell them how to drive a car. Let's say you take them to do that activity, watch a game with them, or have a meal, counsel them, as you are your they are your friends. not your children, so that they don't feel threatened. In fact, they feel safe.
Expanding stage, empty nest, launching adult children. This stage begins when your first child leaves the home and ends with the empty nest. Empty nest means when you're the last child of the home leaves the house. Begins with when the first child leaves and ends when the last child leaves the house, parents' house. So that is why it is called empty nest. When older children leave home, there are both positive and negative consequences. If your family has developed significant skills through the family life cycle in the earlier stages, then your children will be ready to leave the home, and you as well are ready to accept the new changes in your life. You have to set them free to explore their new beginnings. Developing adult relationships with your children is the key skill in this stage. You will face challenges to accept new members in your family through your children's relationships. For example, if I have already said that family will be in contact whether you live in the same dwelling or not. Similarly, you will accept them in your new family sphere. For example, your first child got married, he got his children. So now your new role, your changing role, should be should now the new changing role will give you new experiences and will help you in the later stage. Okay, the main goals that are required in this stage are refocusing your relationship with your children without your children, because now you have to make yourself ready for the time when your children will leave the house, and you and your spouse will left alone again as in the beginning. And developing adult relationships with your grown-up children, realigning relationships to include in-laws and grandchildren when your children begin their own families. So the family definitely extended in this uh, scene. Contracting stage. Okay, the last developmental stage uh, of the family life cycle. It is also as a donation of starting and ending. It starts when the first child permanently leaves the shelter sphere and terminates when the death of a family of unit, or specifically parents, one of the parents or both happens. It is within the stage that the family and the shelter sphere return to its childless state. Employed adults get retired, and ultimately the death of one or both the parents occur. In other respects, the adjustments and modifications taking place within the family and shelter sphere are closely resemble to those that of the beginning of the family life cycle stage. Let's start with retirement or senior years. During the retirement phase of the family life cycle, many changes occur in your family. For example, you welcome a new member, such as your grandchild, and also you have a certain responsibility. Your role changes when you become a grandparent. The good thing about it is that you can enjoy without having responsibility of raising a child, as you have already gone through in the expanding stage. However, now you can enjoy this stage with your grandchildren. It is also called as a period of vocational adjustment and financial recovery. However, you may face challenges, include being support, like you have to meet the demands of children who need your help regarding financial help, regarding their studies or qualifications. So you still have to input certain amount of money uh, among your children.
Okay, this is the time when your health and energy levels decline. Some people are diagnosed with chronic illnesses. Some experience physical disabilities or mental disabilities. Certain diseases such as dementia or osteoporosis. These are certain conditions that comes when you age. So these are certain things. The most physical common things that can be seen are wrinkles on your face, You may have certain sometimes loss of appetite or body aches. These are all the things that comes when you experience aging. The chances of having mental and chronic illnesses increase with age. uh, People also develop certain diseases such as heart problems due to high cholesterol levels. uh, Sometimes they have a low loss of bone density. So in certain cases, when you have a chronic disease, you have to take a lot of medications, and you experience multiple headaches, multiple diseases, and sometimes in worst case scenarios, you also experience the death of a loved one, even your spouse. So people feel quite lonely in this stage if they experience the loss of the partner. If they don't loss a partner, they started gaining their interest towards spirituality, their link to God. They try to develop that more. In the contracting stage, let's see what are the specific goals. You have to find new interests. Your new interest, when you have no children, and you have to find those which you can take along with your health also. Then you have to explore new families and social roles, such as role of grandparents and in-laws. Then you have to provide emotional support to your adult children, and making room in your family, for example, making room for the new daughter-in-law or grandchildren. And you also have to deal with a loss of partner in certain cases, or a loss of a sibling, loss of a close friend, or even you have to prepare for your own death in certain cases when you have chronic illnesses and you know that you have very less time. Then what will you do? You review all your life, you reflect, you have gained wisdom through certain experience that you have gone through in these stages of life cycle. Okay, you can do certain activities here. You can see to rekindle the relationships. You can go out with your spouse, travel if you haven't got the chance earlier, enjoy your time with your grandchildren. You can do a lot of these things to have a good bonding with your present family. Okay, so now what you have to do is how can you cope with all these family life cycle stages? We have gone through the three stages of family life cycle: beginning, expanding, and contracting. So coping with different stages within the family life cycle is difficult to do because you have no experience, and you can only get experience through these challenges that you have to face. All the stages of the family life cycle present different challenges, and with challenges also comes rewards. As a family, you may benefit from the family counseling or support of a mental health professional. If you think you have enough support within the family, you should reach for it. And with support, with the morals, the standards you have set, you can definitely cope up with all different kind of challenges that you may face. Okay, that's it. So let's summarize here. We had beginning stage, in which you have to find yourself, you search for your self identity, you have gained a new independence uh, in the form of getting a job or getting a degree, and then leave your house, sometimes for study, sometimes for job, sometimes for work. You finally gain a little bit of financial independence if when you get a job, and then you find your partner which you want to take further in the form of marriage. You have to stay there for some time in that stage, and have to get knowledge about your partner. You have to make adjustments in this stage. This is called a childless couple stage, when you have no children in the family, but you have your partner. Okay, then in the expanding stage, with young children, you have to deal a lot of things. Your budgets changes, the family budget changes, the family priorities changes because of the children in the family. You have developing role as parents. Then you also have to deal with teenagers. You have to make a trust relationship with them, so that they give you trust back. You have to make them understand about how things go smoothly if you learn certain skills in this stage, so that when they go in the later stage, they can benefit from it. And finally, launching the children, you have to adjust yourself living again as a couple. And sometimes you also have to deal with disabilities and serious health conditions and even death in the family. And the last stage is contracting stage, in which we had learned that you have to accept the fact that you are aging, and you have to accept and cope with the physiological decline of yourself. You definitely have gained wisdom through experience. Now you have to deal with the loss of a spouse or a peer or a sibling, and now final preparation towards the end. That is, review of your life experiences and reflecting on what you have gained and what have you lost. So that's it, children. I hope you have enjoyed the lecture and have gained certain information. Here are the sets of references that I have used in this presentation, and also for the preparation of this lecture. You can use these web links, and also I strongly recommend the book Introduction to Home Management by Betty B. Swanson. It is an excellent book. It is a very easy language, and you can make notes from it. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope that you have learned, and this will definitely help you in making your notes and in your exams. Thank you.